Hello? Is hello? Is anybody there? Is this thing on? Hello? What up? Just you and me, man. Running late. Poof. I disappeared. Welcome back to the show. It's a me. It's on. Yeah. What do we call it this time? Tiny truck, whatever deal thing. What's up, Pops? This game, I wonder how this game's going to be tonight. The 49ers and the Rams. I'm a little underwhelmed, but feel free to keep me posted, dudes. And ladies, of course, too, because I know we have a lot of lady viewers here. You can't resist the smoke show of RC for life, dudes. So, what up? I got some cool stuff to show you. Dad, who's that remind you of? I got some cool progress on a couple things. I'm excited to show you guys. Sausage fest. It's coffee time, which is a bad move for me every Thursday and every Sunday. Why? I'd like to thank Kemp's Cream, this week's sponsor on the show. Thanks. Anybody else that has a milk or cream company, feel free to hit me up. Send me an email. Let me know what milk and cream you sell, and I can get you the document if you want to consider being a sponsor of the show or a sponsor in not sleeping well. I can or going to bed way too late. We can do it. Thank you very little. Boss 223, what up? Jeff in Lower Alabama, Mike Bird, it's a me, Party Pizza in the house. I was talking about this stuff the other day. It's not what you think it is. It's like that stuff you stick on the wall. RC Fuzz 78. What up, man? That reminds me of an old band I forgot about. Fuzz Knuckle. Fuzz Knuckle. What? Fuzz Knuckle. Dad, do you remember that one? Anyway, I was glad to find this stuff the other day because it's really handy when I'm painting on stuff like such as something I'm getting ready to show you. You remember? I forgot. Fuzz Knuckle. I have tapes and stuff still. I have no desire to pull them out. I mean, the thought just now crossed my mind. Fuzz Knuckle. What in the hell is a fuzz knuckle? I don't know, man. Cool band name. Cool band name, man. Anyway, welcome, RC Fuzz 78. Whenever I see a number on a name, I why do I always think like that's your birthday? Right? Were you born in 78? Just curious. Or was RC Fuzz 77 through 1 already taken up as far as YouTube names go? Just having fun and being curious. So anyway, I love the sticky stuff. And I've not really used it but a couple times, but I see if I ever watch the model guys on YouTube, they'll have little tiny things, stuck to stuff like this. It'll make it easier. These are lenses for the front of the International, and I have to paint the silver around. It's like got the bezel already molded in, so to say. So, and like a couple little screws are in there, so it's gonna be nice. You got married in 78. Okay, congrats on that. Yeah, that's kind of nice having that sticky stuff. Ute, there it is. Man, yeah, a lot of little trickery has happened, and I will probably fire up my phone for the close shot on some of the stuff that I've got done this week. And I don't know, I might get online. I did a tiny bit of shopping today, just nothing for fun, just necessity. I got another receiver and some more CA. And yeah, I'm still kind of toying with what I want to print off next to make, because I'm getting close enough on some things that I think I might be allowed to consider my next project. So I'm teasing you right now by not showing you what I've done. I've done some things to the trimmer's truck, and I've gotten really far, I feel like, on the Travelall since you've seen it. What? Don't mind the wire. Last time we were here on last week's episode, Johnny was about to ask Rachel to the dance. So I got the ride height figured out. Last time we were here with this machine, boss, we can talk about that in a little bit too. I'm glad to help you on that. Yeah, so the ride height is looking great, if I don't say so myself. And let's just real quick, while it's still together, I got some of the silver detailing done, and maybe I'll dial on my phone later so I can show you guys better. But like the handles and the door lock, and then the silver around this wing window, I got it prepped. And then I did the bumpers, and the headlights are on it. I'm over the moon about it. and I got a ton done to the thing we were deliberating last time was like, do I was considering keeping the ride height. Oh yeah, these bumpers are totally right because they are the 3D print files for it. Otherwise, I've got to reinvent all kinds of stuff and hope to get close. I'm like, you know what, man? These bumpers are perfect for this. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So I got some mirrors ready to go on it, and I got mirrors ready to go on the Willie's wagon, the Pack Rat, and the mirrors and the windshield wipers. What else? And the chains for the tailgate are on the trimmer's truck, already been installed, looking fantastic. We'll show you that in a minute. So I was rocking these tires I had laying around. On here for the longest time. And then I was like, you know what? Instead of worrying about trying to dirty these up, I have these, which are the first set of bead locks I ever had. The paint's already chipped on them, and they're heavy bead locks. And I had this set of wheels, rubber tires laying around. Same smaller 4.19 size that I like. And so I mounted them up at lunch the other day. But I think what's really cool is, again, like I last time when I left you guys, and the lights installed clean, I just bought axial lights. So one system is the red lights in the back and the white lights in the front. And I could plug this in and show you that also. But I think what's really cool, I'll show you this interior in a minute because I'm super proud of it, actually. But I did my work where I flipped and I got the leafs on top and the axles down, and I got the ride height I wanted. And I changed to the black piece here because the servo lays right. And I ended up cutting off a good deal of the front, which was awesome because making that work allowed me to get right on center with the wheel arches without having to do some of the mods I've done in the past to slide axles forward and back, and really kind of hurt the geometry of the leaf. Because if I move the leaf packs but keep them on their mounts, then I'm shortening and lengthening front or back. So I was like, you know what? Because this servo goes in there instead of being oriented the other way, I have all kinds of room to come up. So yeah, that's what I did. And these wheels are they're heavy, dude. Which is good. Which is good. I still haven't put the motor I'm going to use on it yet. I did this was really tight. The way they bored the hole on the shaft for this transmission stub out to the cup, they could have went back some, but they didn't. It's out. So there was an awful lot of tension on this. And I wanted to alleviate that tension a little bit. And so I did some things to kind of cant the motor up a little bit. But when I did that, it made it even tighter. So I filed and clearanced out a bunch and got a little bit of an angle of this up. Took a lot of the stress off of this. It was so tight that you couldn't do this. It would just skid the wheels. So it actually will roll now, which is great. Bob Smith, not Brown. You talking about Dave Brown tires? Oh, epoxy. Bob Smith Industries. I like their glues. So yeah, I did the thing. So I also did the thing to move the mount location up some, which, well, just like I said, I'm gonna drop this and raise it up and then immediately go to make it low. And as you could tell, the ride height is dialed in. Now I had to cut, see these long slits? That was relieved for the floor. And then this is the hole for the transfer case. And so and then I cut out a lot on the front. And then I took apart soda cans and made aluminum sheets and covered it all up, the holes that I put in the floor. And the drive shaft from the slipper to the transfer case now is hidden right here. Wait till you see the seat in it. And then there were cutouts here where the Dr. Pepper can is. And all this was done to bring the floor down to get it where I wanted. So I'm actually over the moon about this aluminum stuff, man. I don't know. I just think it's killer. So I was able to hide all of the areas where I cut stuff out. And there's the transfer case, but not really. I like it. I dig it. I really dig losing these slots were all the way through so you could see them. And right here you could see them too. So I let this have a radius on it and hot glue. And then the rivets I emulated by just pressing in with a driver. Boss, where did I get the aluminum? Can you see the aluminum through the holes? Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. That's where I got the aluminum. Tickled by it. Tickled by it. Kelly Klein, what up, dude? Thanks, Mike. Yeah, dude, Pepsi cans. By the way, that reminds me, once you get this stuff liberated, so it's an X-Acto just around the rim, and you get to a point where you can just use scissors. But if the cut's a mess, which it kind of will be if you're chewing through with the X-Acto, once you have the sheet, it still wants to be rolled up like it can, so you just kind of shape it to flat-ish, and then you can just use scissors to square up the cut edges. And I had like little sheets of super thin aluminum, thinner than flashing I would buy. And I will be using that technique in the future. But what's also cool, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet. I'll try to cut first. But the little diffuser headlight bezel business that I still need to make on the trimmer's truck, I think this shape that is the bottom of a can is helpful. And if I can't make them out of this, which is actually a lot thicker than the sidewalls, then I'll just make it out of the thinner sidewall stuff. Pop Can Express. I didn't even cut myself once yet. So, yeah, that's like a 3 pop can job, what I did on this floor, which I think is just fantastic. And then I remember telling you guys I ordered windshield wipers I saw on Amazon, and they came in and it's like this flat stuff. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? But I finally put them together and they're awesome. Oh, yeah. I mean, and this stuff is so thin that I could lay it in to the corners and the curve, and then like just with a pencil press in and get the line, even though there was extra material. And then I had my line and I could just cut it. And literally scissors, dude. So yeah, over the moon about bringing this floor back, because there was a lot of cutouts in it. All right, Kelly, see ya. Bro, you saw this floor, didn't you, Kelly? I sent you. With the seat in it, you don't see any of the cutouts anymore. And the bench seat goes right there. Ish. So yeah, it cleans it up, man. It worked out. It worked out. It worked out. So yeah, there's more work to do on this. Not a ton, but there is some more to do. And I'm digging it. Ride height is perfect. Got some window work to do, and I need to paint my black for the weather stripping. And it almost looks like I need to bring the dash up a little. There's just a slight gap, but the fix is easy. See that gap at the dash to the hood? Bro, it's going to be so easy to space it out because the dashboard is separate and it screws onto this floor pan. So I can washer or spacer this up. Groovy. That's it. And if I figure out, honestly, I hope, and my goal is to do magnets. For the body and the hood. Because then, if I do it right, I can use this chassis that's already dialed in for other rigs. And I think that's going to be a good idea. I did buy some magnet mount stuff also. And I don't remember if I showed you guys, but it was on Amazon too. Oh yeah, here it is. So I got these like L bracket magnet stuffs, and the magnets are awesome because they're countersunk and there's holes. So I don't have to rely on glue, so to say, for the magnets themselves. So there's some screws and bolts and then magnets with holes and some adjustable like L brackets. Yeah, the caulk would fix that, but I can fix it with a couple washers. Yeah, I want to use this body. I 3D printed RC Fuzz with my Bamboo Labs X1C over there. And then I've got these magnets too. I bought these, and they're designed to work on body posts. And they appear to like hinge on top of the body post. So that's, I'll show you one. So that's cool. They're a little bit smaller than regular body posts, it looks like. I want to find something to put it on so I can hold it. But you see there's a hinge on it, and I'm holding there's the part for a body post. Cool. So definitely something I'm considering. And these are cheap enough. If I like them, I'll get more, and I'll use it for the next body that's going on one of these leafers. Yeah, I 3D printed that body from Colts 3D, Andre Berodzny. They're not threaded, so they come with body clips, which is appropriate for when you think about the way body posts come. A lot of times body posts have multiple holes in them, so you can get the height that's desired. So once these are on a post, then you just body clip it in. 3-3 halftime. Thanks. I'm in Indiana, man. Where are you at? Anyway, I'm having a time getting them in because there's no post to help support it. But you just body the post is in the recess, and then you body post them together, and you're good. Yeah, man. Amazon. All right. So yeah, this thing's looking good. I'm pretty tickled about it. A little bit more to do. Mirrors, window. My wipers. The wipers are actually so sick. You just have to be patient. Born in Evansville. No, Wild Bill, what did I print? Just stupid stuff like window templates and lenses. I printed off the lenses for the Travelall the lights. So trimmer's truck has mirrors on it now, on the, you know, the side mirrors. And the wipers, dudes. These wipers are stupid, man. So they look actually so legit. They actually look really good, if you ask me. I mean, you're bolting them together. And what's really crazy, and they send you a little tiny piece of rubber to bend in there for the wipers. Yeah, there's rubber on the blade and a spring, which, you know, holds them down or up. So those are legit, better than anything I could print, bro. Hold on. Look at the chains. You got chains now on the tailgate. And they came super shiny. I rusted the death out of them. Yeah, man. So I got the chains, and then I weathered the. It's hard to tell, but I did weather and patina the rims on the tires. So I'm getting more and more close on this all the time. And then these lights in the front are what I still got to make. Those lenses for the front. And we're getting close. And then those little hazard light deals too. So, yeah. Come on. With the chains, dude. That's ridiculous. And that was an Amazon deal too. What it was is this big, stupid, long chain that comes with a couple. It's like recovery chain. Comes with these hooks and D rings. Oh yeah, dude. I already got the battery thing figured out. I got a box for the battery. So chains on the gate, yeah, bro. So 1300 goes in here, and I printed another box for a 2200. And then what happens is you won't see. I've already done this before because I've driven this. I also have a barrel if I don't want to do the crate box. So there's the crate box that hides most of it. And I can hide that little bit if I want to. It's once you have this thing in here though, and it holds it all steady, that's it. You got a crate in the back that's printed off to look like a wooden built thing. And so that's a 1300. If I run the 2200 crate, it runs the other way. And then I printed off a barrel too, that without a bottom. So you can, if you're just looking at it, you can hide that stub out, that cord in there. No, I haven't printed any little tools yet. And I might even buy them because you can buy that stuff made and molded out of ABS. So I don't know yet. I haven't done the little tiny tools, but yeah, this thing's coming um, quite nicely. Looking more legit all the time. And so the Travelall and this trimmer's truck are both built on those leaf sprung Jimny chassis. So pretty pumped about it. But yeah, I may print off shovels and stuff, or next time I need to order some more Lexan window stuff. So I may just get some on Amazon. Comes with, a bunch of junk. It's easy to get. Like, I'd like to get shovel, pickaxe, rake, that kind of stuff. And depending on how far you look when you're shopping, you can find that stuff in a myriad of ways. Toolboxes, chainsaws, like all kinds of things. No, but I want to do a snowplow on my SCX6, my big dog, because if I'm going to do a snowplow, it's going to actually work for me. And so I know Kelly's already started work on one of those. So that would be something I'd like to see done. It's definitely going to be driven. It has driven already. When I get it done, or when I'm done enough to sign off on it, weathering, all the lights done, the door stencil work done, it'll be time to get a solid video of it and tell the story of the truck and put out a video and be done. And then Dad'll have it, and he'll drive it if he wants to, because it can handle it. The only thing to worry about driving this truck is the mirrors. But you can print off you can do it again. You know what I mean? You can always do it again. I have some, and I went with the 3D print mirrors because that's the look I was going for. Now I have these mirrors here that are going to be fine for like the Travelall, and I actually already have mirrors like this on the Land Rover. They're made out of rubber, so you can't really screw these ones up, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to see how well this takes my silver paint, but I want to use these on, and I have a round mirror versions of this too, which may be a good choice for the Travelall. I haven't decided yet. Nice ute. So yeah, been jamming a little bit. I really haven't done anything to the Pack Rat Willie's wagon since I showed it to you guys. I think you guys saw it with the decals on it last time. Yeah, super fun. Both little leaf spring jobs, So I've built a few of these now. I got 2 leaf spring 3D print crawlers here. And then I've got coil-over 4-link axial base camp built 3D prints. And a lot of modified, improved for performance stuff up there. Did you get the 4-wheel drive Rustler, man, or one of the 2-wheel drive ones? Thanks, Bamboo Labs. 100%. I posted up pics of this travel all yesterday, day before, in one of the crawler groups on Facebook. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I think you would know when I posted somewhere. If you follow people on Facebook, I think you get notified when people you follow do stuff, and then you can support them where they go post. But the post went nuts. It did really good. Just a handful of pictures of that thing. And of course, there's one guy said something about the lines on the printer. Too bad all that work and you didn't get the lines out. Man, I got one bumper I didn't sand and finish. Give me a break, dude. A Baja long racer body for the Rustler. There's going to be tons of bodies out there for the Rustler. The Rustler is basically, though, a stadium truck size 10th scale. So if you really want to stretch out the wheelbase, then, I mean, the Slash is a heck of a choice. But you ought to be able to find 249. Yeah. I mean, if you got brushless 4-wheel drive, it would have been pushing $4 bills. Did you get the brushless 2-wheel drive one? Because they have that too. I don't think you did. And there's parts everywhere for those. I like a lot of the new Arma stuff. Looks pretty good too. And I mean, the old Arma stuff looked nice as well. But I like a lot of the clipless body stuff I'm seeing coming out lately too, from everybody. But the next basher, I already have a 6S Creighton and it's amazing. I do really like the looks of the new ones, but it's just the body that's different, you know? So I've had or have still put my hands on so much stuff that's out there already. So I think if I were to get a basher, it would be the motorcycle, the Pro Moto. Have I changed the battery connection, or has Ute? I haven't, because my XT60 and IC3 stuff works together fine. And I have adapters. If he doesn't have a bunch of Surface stuff, then just buying into the ecosystem for Traxxas batteries is an easy route to take. Did you change the connectors, Ute, or are you rocking on their stuff? Dad, thanks, man. Thanks. So yeah, on the Travelall, I will print off a driver, and it will be the same driver I've been using for the articulated stuff, but I probably will not make him move. Just set him in there. Maybe. But the dash and all the files and everything that came with that Travelall, I'm so happy with it. I don't want to change it. Right? So I've been thinking about one of those kits too. Fred, what up? What is up? Ute's keeping it stock. Makes sense. My Traxxas, I got a couple Traxxas crawlers, and I'm not changing them until I need to. If I lose a motor or an ESC, I'll probably go with a Fusion. but I'll stay with the Traxxas controller because I have the 2-speed and locking and unlocking diffs. So I'm keeping it that way. I really don't like the idea of not knowing what color you're getting. They kind of like that mystery deal, though. They do some of that a lot. There's a Trucks of Fortune thing where you don't know what kit you're going to get. I'd like to play those mystery games, but I'm not in that position. Trucks of Fortune is neat. But yeah, I get it. It's a little easier for it to be random than when you're like legit know what you want and you're getting the optic and you know what color you want. You know, I think there will be some trading that happens. I think it is kind of neat though, where yeah, the KISS method is a good one. It is kind of neat though, not knowing. Unless you're right, so. And those, what you got, nickel metal or 2S lipos for that? You either way, those batteries work in a multitude of their different products, like their tint scale crawlers as well. Well, but yeah, I sit in here, put on stupid stuff on the TV. It's just YouTube, but I got it on a big screen. And I work. A Fusion and optic would be killer. And I got a new 2300 that I might put in the travel all. I can't decide if I want to leave it brushed. I have enough room to house an ESC, you know, leave it brushed and just get a good receiver so I can dial it in the way I want. It's a trail truck. I mean, if I'm going to leave something brushed, that would be the one to do it for, and then save the Spectrum motor 2-in-1s are basically a Fusion. So it's same kind of performance. And I'm going to save that for something else. I can't decide. Yeah, you can use those batteries in their 10 scale crawlers. A lot of their stuff, until you get into the VXL stuff, will all of their entry level, lower price point 10 scale stuff will be able to work with those nickel metal batteries. And if you get tired of them, you can do the 2S. Yeah, that's a good runtime. You know, Surface guys complain about 12 minutes, but if you're an airplane guy, 12 minutes is fine. And those ESCs have different modes you can cycle through too. Yeah, man. Those chains, bro. How can you not like those? It won't focus because it still sees my face. Wooden tailgate, real diamond plate. I didn't print the gas can because why? And I bought the fire extinguisher, but I did print the suitcase and the mirrors and the light lenses and everything. Shotgun rack, that'd be all right. Y'all saw this monstrosity. This thing works. And I think it was last show we changed the motor out. So this Willie's wagon is ready to go again. And yeah, dude, the driver articulates, steering wheel articulates. And this one's not leaf sprung because I built it up on a 4-link base camp chassis to emulate the YouTubers that I was watching that built a real one. There's more patina work and stuff like that I want to do to this, but it's pretty good. Yeah, that's the bumper that came on it for the print. And then this is an RPM bumper that's made for like an E-Revo or something. And the body posts were perfect for the axial chassis that I put it on. And these tires are bigger, 475s, dual stage foams, BFGs, just like in real life that they built this on. And this does have, I put a hobby wing in this because my Spectrum motor had to change it. So this has the Fusion 1800 hobby wing in it. The manual locking hubs from SSD. I'm not familiar with those. I've heard of them. And man, these crawlers anyway all have locking diffs. Are they just for looks, bro, or are they actually do something? Some AR-45s. The AR-45s are what? The 10-2 axles? Is that right? I still want to get a 10-2, so I got the I-beam kit that I want to do something with sometime. 10-3. Okay. Portal or straight axle? What? Straight. Nice. I saw Twisted Fab Co. on Facebook had leaf springs on his CJ7 and had it worked out where he just mounted on top of the trusses. Like, okay, nice to see that works, because I was always wondered about what you do with the truss work on those, you know. Working on a VS410. I've built one Vanquish. I'd like to do another one for sure. The VS410, that's the like international body looking truck version, isn't it? Yeah, I'm nuts about straight axles now, man. I've got a Red Cat chassis which I'm wanting to use for something, and it's pushing it. You know, the nice thing about those Jimneys is I just already know they're 13-inch like wheelbases, but like an axial base camp or a lot of other things you would build are like 12.3, 12.5. It was an RTR that finally showed. Okay. Yeah. That's the same body I was thinking. Nice. Jay Woody wants to know if anybody's into RC heavy machinery like D10 dozers and rock trucks. Those are cool. They're usually, the good ones are expensive. But but they're cool. Nice, Dan. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I'm ready to build another one. Yeah, I almost feel like I owe it to myself like one time just to try the ready to run electronics. My Michigan up there, you see the wheels of it. I left the brushed motor in it and the servo, but I did change the receiver ESC to a receiver ESC combo for a brushed motor and put it on a good radio so I could dial it, play with it, the dialing it in and stuff. And it helps a lot to make something that kind of sucks out of the box be way better without changing everything. Venting the tires, most of them are vented anyway. And it depends on the bead locks too. One way to notice if they're sealed up is after you run the vehicle and you see that the tires look like somebody's sucking in on them, then they're not really vented. I mean, air got out, but it's not going back in, is kind of what that says. In that case, I have vented my tires so it wouldn't stay sucked in. But most of the time, I don't have any issue with it. I think the air is getting in and out just fine. I've never noticed them to be a problem or like full where it was an issue at all. If you have a basher, venting the tires is a really good idea, though. The outside of the tire, not the inside. Yeah, as long as they breathe, you're good. And again, you'll know if it's holding it up. And if you're wanting to keep water out of them and the vent is obvious, yeah, I think plug it up. You know what I mean? Tape it up, whatever. And most of them seem to seal up pretty good and do just fine. It's only a couple times have I noticed one stay sucked in, you know. I do remember my SCX6, which is a monster sized tire. We had them in the creek, and those tires are vented on the inside of the rim, not the tire itself. And those tires filled up with water bad and got real heavy. It helped for the side hill of it all, but they got heavy. And so I just keep it out of the creek. I don't worry about snow too much unless it was really slushy. You just don't want your foams getting wet because they'll end up stinking and rotting out a little bit. Nice. Yeah, you can vent the beadlock ring. I mean, the nice thing about venting the tire itself, crawler tires last forever, bro. I have not hurt a crawler tire yet. I do like, if I'm going to vent them though, I like doing it on the outside. Because if I do get water in them, take it off the vehicle, put it on a drill, and when you spin it up, the water will eject itself out of the hole. So you put a hole on both sides of the tire, right? So if I was worried about it, yep, spin it out. If I was worried about it, I'd have a little tiny hole at the top and flip it and do another one opposite. And that'll, especially in a basher, and that'll throw that water out. If you don't get the water out of a basher tire, you'd be wobbly mess. And then they don't fly as good in the air, and the recovery is no good anymore at that point. Wiggle fingers, you nailed it. Absolutely, some of the most fun I ever had. And listen, I was one of the first group guys in the flying scene, at least my flying scene, guys that I was running into at shows and everything. I was one of the first guys doing surface. And so when I did it, I learned it on my own. And I was bashing and jumping and backflipping and learned how to do all that stuff. And then we were at a RC show one day. It was a flying show, but we brought cars and stuff. And we were running super fast stuff on the runway. So like 100 mile an hour, 85 mile an hour cars. And it was a blast. And then I opened up a Traxxas rally car that was brushed, 2S power. And after running 85 mile an hour cars, pulling that thing out, I was like, what a joke. Absolutely sucked. I'm running it on the runway and I'm like, this is garbage. Now, what have I done? But then the other two guys opened theirs up and we kind of etched out a little course around the pits, to grandmother's house we go. And stupid, best time ever racing those things. It doesn't take much. I've had a ball in parking lots racing around a manhole cover and this post and this sign, whatever. I've been thinking about one of those a little bit, Mike, the 4-wheel steer Capra. It's on sale too right now. They got the new 18 scale one, but they still have the 10 scale one. And I think it's $100 off. 4-wheel steer. It's like a buggy design. You can't fit a monster battery in there. So like a 1300 3S, you might be able to squeeze in a 2200 3S. Would be kind of fun. I'd like to kind of learn 4-wheel steer. That'd be a good way to do it. I've been thinking about it a little bit. And there's, even that ready to run radio's got a handful of options it'll let you do with the 4-steer crab walk or not. Yeah, but then when I think about it, I'm like, dang it, man. I also kind of want to build an optic at the same time. Very similar look. I'm not super into 4-steer. I'd be cool to have the optic doesn't have it. You could make it have it, but I'm okay if it doesn't. But if I were wanting to learn it, I think that Capra is not a bad choice. And folks love the Capra. I mean, it's a good option. Mad Scientist was thinking about getting one of them. Then I remembered I really dislike portals, and I have an OG 2.2 Wraith on AR-44 axles with four-wheel steer. Yeah, you got one. And on the Wraith, you can probably put about whatever battery you want in it. There are tons of trucks, especially the smaller crawlers. HPI just came out with a new 1/8 scale crawler. I think I might have saw that. We might try to look that up in a minute. Man, I don't know why, and I never say never, but man, the small stuff doesn't do it for me the same. 18th would be about as small as I wanted to go, but I'm just not into it. I like 10 scale. This is one 8.6 scale, actually. And these 13-inch wheelbasers, you know, they come on a 1/6 scale Jimny, but when I put them on my bodies, they're more like one. I did the math on Dad's truck one time, and I think it's like 1/9. And for me, portals, I know some guys talk about it raises the center of gravity a little, but that's not why I prefer straight axles. I just prefer straight axles because it's become evident to me that I don't think it's really that hard to get good at crawling. But once I got it. And man, I can do anything with a straight axle truck that anybody else can do, I feel like, with a portal. And it's just more scale. So for me, that's why I like it. So that Red Cat chassis I got, I like the way it's laid out with the motor and transmission up front. But yeah, I keep leaving it alone because until I get different axles to run, I don't want to run them. And it's like, it's not that big a deal. Who cares? It's almost like counting rivets. But you know, I mean, I keep making this scale stuff and leaf spring stuff. So it's not like I'm super worried about performance. I like to make them do as well as they can do. And I think it's a riot that this Land Rover on a coilover axial, you know, base camp chassis, straight axle, performs crazy good, way better than it looks like it would, you know. So portals are fine. I'm if I get a pick though, I want straight axles. My first straight axle crawler was the Willys Jeep. But after that, it was the Bronco, the 10.3. And then CJ7, FJ40. So it's almost easier to say the only portals up here on my shelf is the Vanquish Phoenix kit that I bought before they had the straight axle kit out. And then the International Red Cat Scout up there is on portals. Everything else is straight axle. In the garage, I got a couple Traxxas TRX4s, the Land Rover and the 2021 Bronco. Those are portals because they come that way. But Everything else is straight axle. Does somebody make gear reducers for solid axles? Yeah. Or you just change it and you swap out your straight axles for portals, or you go the other way. So, man, what's this HPI deal? I heard about it the other day. Let me see if I can find it on the interweb real quick. Yeah, I didn't care at first, but now I do. And if I'm going to the trouble to build something that's old school and scale. Now, listen, mad scientist, you feel me? If I am doing a Unimog or something that had them, cool. Let me have them then. I'm not a purist, but I lean that way. You know what I'm saying? 6-6 early fourth quarter. Man, what a low scoring game. Yeah, I don't even mind missing this game tonight. It's like, what are y'all even still doing in this? Are they in it at all? Underwhelmed a little bit by the performance from LA and the 49ers this year. If I'm being honest, I think I expected bigger things from Brock Purdy, and I wouldn't say he's to blame. And I like Stafford, but it's just like it doesn't seem to be connecting. I don't know, man. All right, let me see if I can find this thing. So, it's an 18 scale HPI. I remember. I'm not even going to look it up. It's like the Land Before Time. That's not it. Back to the Future truck a little bit. Straight axles for Fred. Both had a lot of injuries. Yeah. And that, that's a thing for sure. It was hilarious the other day when the Chiefs won. And if it was 10 scale, I'd be like kind of into it. I'm a little bit funny about bringing brand new to me brands into the fold. There's something about, it's easy for me to get along with what I've got. But after the game, the Chiefs game, the ladies interviewing Mahomes and Chris Jones, and then the third string kicker was there. All three of them standing there. The lady is doing, the interviews after the game, glazing up Mahomes and Jones. Said almost nothing to the kicker. And didn't he get like 9 points that game? I don't know. I was with y'all. I missed it. But didn't he get like 9 points or something? Third string kicker finally making them. Number 49 wins the game. Doesn't get glazed at all by the reporter lady. I thought that was jive. I mean, I don't think he said 2 words to the microphone. I don't think she asked him anything. I'm like, dude, that's raw. That's raw. Yeah, I'm into more scale too, man. Because if you're super, super into performance, the things you end up building are ugly as sin. So I want my scale stuff to perform better than it should. And I've told the story before, y'all. That Bronco, my first good straight axle truck really that I really tried with. And when I first saw them, I had to have it. And it set way too tall. I slammed it down, heavier bead locks, shrunk it down for free with my shock mod, heavier bead locks, diff covers, brass, and that thing was tough, awesome. And I have left that. That's still brush stock power. I have had to change the servo, but I'm still stock power on that Bronco, brushed, no FOC. And I was crawling with guys that had built rigs, and now it couldn't finesse over the same stuff, but it could get over the same stuff. Big square, chunky bodies, you know what I mean? And you just kind of bash it over, bump it over, not quite the finesse, not really the placement. Instead of a tiptoe, it's a little bit more of a rah, but able to do it, dude. And I think that's killer. I love making this stuff that looks scale, perform better than it looks like it should. And there's a lot of things you can do for free to improve performance. And that the free stuff is bringing it down. As cool as those high trail Traxxas trucks look, if you wanted one to perform, the first thing you would do is put regular shocks on it and regular 1.9 tires on it. The Chiefs are screening. I wonder how many in the service that have that thing about flight. I think a lot of people think about flight, but they're intimidated. I mean, you look at the price tag on a plane, you already know you're going to crash it if you're new. And not everybody's willing to do that. And then, they're made out of foam, right? Or wood. And so they're very delicate compared to what all of this stuff will take. Would you ever be willing to go down to Beat the Creek? I'd be willing to go to any of those shows, to be honest. Sub 4.1. Yeah. I did 4.75s on this because when I did the scale on the math, this was right on. Like this scaled to 1.8.6, these scale to 1.8.2 off the measurements on the real one. And the size tires that Fab-Rats used on theirs. So I'm right there. It's remarkable the record the Chiefs have for how well they've played. Or not played, right? So yeah, these are 4.75s, and all my earlier crawlers have that. The Rover is on 3.98s, and then a lot of the other new stuff I've been doing and building is on 4.19s. So yeah, like a 4.75, 4.19, and then that 3.98 on the Rover is a little bit smaller. But I'm doing a lot like this now. And a lot of my older stuff, though, is on this size 4.75. Let's bring over Red Rover. Dude, I can't wait to get out with this Willie's wagon, though, again. I need to finish it up. I think that other set of windshield wipers I have, those silver things that are super legit, I think they're definitely going on this. They're definitely going on this. That's so rad, bro. 3D print, man. Who'd have thought? Once I went to brushless, I really can't go back. The torque is unreal. Um, why I like brushless is for that FOC, bro. The field oriented control, dude. Man, that's nice. That is so smooth. Um, so smooth. And man, I have replaced brushed motors. I've only had to replace a brushless motor the other day, and it was one that was just bad from the get go. They just last, and they're sealed up. You know, nothing's getting in them. My 2021 Traxxas Bronco's on its second um, brushed motor. The GCM LR2 drivetrain in it. 155 is nice. I got a TF2 up there on 19419s. I almost got 155s for it. The Viper 90 is good. I think it's still $100 off. That worked out really good. The wheelbase on this stuff. Holmes just came out with a new little stubby that I thought would be fantastic if I built a buggy. I like the scale stuff though, man. I mean, buggies are real too, but are they? What's neat about these bodies is the body themselves is the bump stop, basically. Did they come out with a red LC82, Fred? 10 scale? Like that gray one? This is not bad for being leaf sprung. I'm okay with that. What's up, Kenny? All right. What? I gotta see it. Son of a gun, bro. What are you doing to me, man? All right. Let's go fly a kite. All right, we're going shopping at FMS models, y'all. Again. Links in the Discro. I know y'all buying stuff for Christmas. When did they announce the red one? That's what I want to know. What is this landing page garbage? All right, let me find this thing. And then we'll go there. Where's the red one at? Fair RC, huh? Let's check it out. Huh. Nice. Yeah, Fair RC's got it. Same deal, just red. It looks good. I just got an email I want to see. Nothing to see here. Yeah, you're right. It's at Fair. Pretty cool, man. I do like the looks of those. I wanted to see. I have not seen what's on the bench from today yet, but I would like to see it. Oh man, steel rims, nice. That's clean, man. They come with a snorkel and all that on there. It looks pretty good. I'd like to try one. And they're different. Like it's nothing like the Jimny, you know. Um, Nothing like it. Yeah, I am going to, I think, just go with a good receiver and dial it in on my radio and see if I can make the stock stuff act okay. It's easy enough to get to the motor on this, especially if I do the magnets the way I want to. If that's the case, I'm making another 13-inch body of something. I say that, and I've wanted to do that, and I've discussed that in the past. But it's like, I don't want to see these bodies laying around, not under. I want a chassis under them. I want wheels under them. Just like you want your planes ready to go with receivers and stuff in them, fixed, ready to go. I'm gonna order more of those windshield wipers because I think they're good. And like I said, I want to put them on this Pack Rat Willie's wagon, but I want them on this red thing too. I do. I do. I do. Let me plug in the lights on this. Just a brushed hobby wing ESC, and they're all right. Yeah. That would be better. But on some of these trail trucks, like the Mashkin, I did the 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo for brushed. And then you got it on a Spectrum radio that you can program, which is kind of all right too. Pop can idea? Yeah, man. They're abundant, the pop cans. I think for my 410, I'm going to print a 70 GMC long bed. Nice. I'm thinking, you know what I was thinking about doing was trying to find an FJ45, like that Vanquish Phoenix, but like the whole thing 3D printed, and 3D print the FJ45 and like bob it, you know, tuck it, the bed, and do all the same stuff Fab Rats did. I mean, that paint job's inspired off of Fab Rats. That's my first patina paint job, but it could do more. It could do more. Someone at the door. They're coming to get you, man. They're coming to get you. Okay, so let's plug it in. Plug it in. I just want to show you the lights. No big deal. Get the polarity wrong, you big dummy. Not too crazy, just enough, right? Not too crazy. And they didn't show up on camera, correct? But these lights are red on the back. It just doesn't look like it on camera. That is so weird. It doesn't look like it on camera, but those are red. So those are clear lenses. The bezel, everything is one print, and I just painted the red, painted the silver. Scaly Bark CG Trader. I need to check those dudes out. I'm gonna do it right now. By golly, by golly. Take a look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna paint my black weather strip in and stuff. Let's take a look at that. Let's go fly a kite. Oh goodness, I gotta plug in my Mac, dudes. Hold on. Or we're gonna die. You're gonna die. I won't be able to click the link anyway, but I'll find it. Other guys can, so you can post it. I'm not in YouTube. I'm on Streamlabs. Scaly Bark. Let's look at Scaly Bark. Hold on. And then CG Trader. I've heard of CG Trader. Ooh. No. Oh man, I wonder if this dude is where my rover came from, dude. That's all right. I'll share with you guys in a second. Hold on just a minute. All right, let's show you guys. CG Trader is not a guy, but another site. Yeah. Needs to be a moderator to post. I'd have to be in YouTube to do it. I got it. I use I've used cults a lot. Let me go share this window. Yeah, I'll get you some other time, man. It's the mods here have been with me forever, ever. But I'm not in YouTube. I'm in Streamlabs. Dude, lots of Toyotas here. This is killer. And Rovers. Let me do this. And if you want to do streams like mine, I have an affiliate Streamlabs link in my description too. If you want to get fancy with it. Neat looking stuff. So this is Scaly Bark. Is that what it is? Yep, Scaly Bark. I'm gonna go ahead and follow him. Yeah, maybe I'm not gonna mess with signing in right now. What's up, Mountain RC? You have his Overlander FJ and the beds and trailers. Sweet. Nissan, Toyota Land Cruiser, FJ75. Huh. Oh, sweet. Neat. Cool equipment, man, for hanging out in a scale garage or whatever. Bro. FJ4. I love FJs. You know what I also am kind of looking for? I'm super curious about I do want to do a short wheelbase Land Rover, though. But I am a little curious. I think this is the one I built. I think that's the one I built. That's, I mean, of course they look alike, right? The do they have a picture of the files? Oh wait. That's the one I made. Okay. Nice. I've done, my buddy printed this one. This is before I had a printer. My buddy printed this off and I made it. Nice. So that's cool. I trust the work then. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's exciting. So I think it'd be fun to make a short wheelbase rover, and I would actually leave the top off on one. Partly because Wild Bill, you in here still? Did you, if you saw that little green two-door Land Rover in that Onyx Challenge, I wouldn't mind building that. This is what I want to look at. You know what'll happen if I do another FJ? I'll just make it. What's with that bed? That's kind of weird. I just make it fit on my 13-inch leaf sprung stuff. Don't they have a regular bed, FJ? 45? I mean, this stuff is crazy too. Volvo. That's all right. Let me look at this FJ anyway. Maybe he's got files for a regular bed. Are you guys still seeing what I'm looking at? Yes. Dang, man. $326 millimeters. Wheelbase. Awesome. 12.83. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Nice. Doors and hood open. Killer. what's nice about this stuff, as you know, like once you get files like this, once you have the files, whether you use it for an FJ40 or not makes no difference. Stretch it out, cut it up, do whatever you got to do. And you can use this stuff for all kinds of different things. Look at the dash. Nice. Nice. If those go together like sweet. Like the Land Rover, man, I'll be happy. I got me an FJ already. It's pretty killer. Let's look at this. I want to look at this one more thing. Where was it? Yeah, dude, short wheelbase. Nice. The Overlander trailer. This one. Oh, wow. Ha. Neat. Leaf springs. The Toyota one. Oh, dang. The swag. That's killer stuff, man. That's killer. Nice. Have you seen the Andre Bazad? Whatever, man. Barodsny guy stuff? Bro, that's nice too. 19 build plates full of parts for over 300 hours. Man. Planes printing isn't holding up so well to the stressing. How well does it work for a trailer frame printed like that one? Yeah, I'm not sure how well it would work for something structural like that, but being able to print thick, the planes are as thin as you can be. So at least being able to thicken Z gates, baby, on the car stuff is helpful. An Endermax. I think that's what my buddy has, or is it Creality? and it's doing fine for him. All right, man. I'm gonna look at Andre real quick, and we're gonna wrap this thing in about 10 minutes max. All right, let's go. Yep, Bezrodny. What? That's not Andre. That's like Nightstone. Who that is? Yo baby's daddy on Colts, man. On Colts. Search on these sucks sometimes so bad. Dude, this guy has a ton of downloads and they can't figure out which guy I'm talking about. I'm like spelling his name. Bro. If it's the capital letters, I'm going to die. You gotta be kidding me. Put in Travelall, one of the weirdest, most rare internationals there is. And there he is. Pops right up. Come on. Bro, I spelled his name right and everything. Oh, there's like a hyphen in it. All right, let's go. Honestly, man, I think the search on all of these sites is garbage trash. But I figured it out. I mean, I'm spoiled. Google. I'm on Google a lot. And I mean, it's like the best search engine in the world. So you'll have that when you try to compare them. Yeah, and I do sign in, and I've followed these guys. I'm just not feeling like signing in while I'm on with you guys. All right, I'm gonna look at trucks. There we go. Let's look at trucks. $50% off. Nice. I don't even mind throwing this cat $20 though for what I end up doing with them. How PPACF filament would work. We looked at these the other day. There's some nice looking stuff. The chassis? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I do a lot of fabbing to make these work with the crawler chassis I'm doing. But if I legit had the international chassis, that'd be neat. I wouldn't have had to swap the axles like I did. Bro. There's so much good looking here. I'm sorry, but I think I gotta do one of these. This blue one with that paint. Another red one. Or am I talking this one? Nah. I don't know. Is that the one? My dad knows which one I'm going for here. I like these. I like a lot of these. I think some of these would be so sick as like a lowrider, dude. Who am I looking at? Andre Berodzny. If you just go to Colts and put in Travelall and click in, you'll get to the dude. And then you can follow him. So much wicked stuff. And then there's new trucks too. His thumbnails make it very alluring as well. I like this 72 Chevy a lot. Also, something's just not quite right on this one to me. And I feel like these are his earlier designs. The files are nice on that 72 I'm talking about, bro. Is that what you're saying? Doolies. Yeah, I can't get into them personally. You have it, eh? Nice. My buddies have done some of his blazers, and they're pretty dynamite. They're pretty dynamite. And man, if you're a Dodge guy, some killer ones. You know? Definitely. Just for the bed. I get it. GMC step side. Did you just do one? Was the scale right at 100 to get you about 13-inch on the wheelbase? I had to make my Travelall 115.41 to get what I wanted out of it. Bro, this one looks mean to me. 1960 Apache 10 step side. Which one is that, dude? Is that the Farrell one? I mean, that's nice too. All right, let me go back to these. 61. That's what I remember, except it was step sides. So what is this one? 65. Yeah. It's like I need this bed and that truck. You know? 105 and it's still off, but I was doing a short box, so 13 is too long. TF2. Sweet. Long wheelbase TF2. Thumbs up on the way out. All right, Wiggles. See you later, man. Appreciate it. Regular wheelbase. Got it. I built their FJ55 TF2. And that's on the slightly longer one. See, man, I feel like on a truck like this, it's like, dude, do you lift it at all, or do you go head on and do some of this crazy stuff? I really want the step side version though. But I climbed all over one of these as a kid all the time. Buy them all. One at a time, man. Pilot Ryan Media, better ratings than CNN. Yeah, I got 15 folks in here, man, breaking the internet. I'm fitting to quit my regular job tomorrow. Yeah, man, it's funny. I want to do a truck where I don't care about cutting up a bunch of arch stuff. But when I'm looking at these kind, I really want to, I can't help but want to stay on brand, so to say. 3.8 tires are too big. They're wide. The bodies are wide. What about extensions on the axles? Do you ever do them? Or the tires are too wide? I can see that being the case too. Right. So it's like if you're going to cut on something, what would you rather cut on? His thumbnails though, man, being able to see into this stuff is pretty awesome. $146.65% on the 1/8 Blazer for the SCX6 chassis. That's what I should do, bro. Is keep it easy. Get a truck for my SCX6. That. And just know already if I want to or need to, it's no big deal. Cut it up. Oh man. That's what I gotta decide. I do have to figure that one out too. Like, what do I want to do, man? Nice, mad scientist. All right, we owe it to ourselves to check out his SUVs real quick while we're here shopping away. Oh yeah, they're all mixed together in this one. Let's see. Come on. Take me to the river. Half of mine I look at as cars. I've looked at his stuff so much I fairly well know what he has. You know, there's my travel all. Mike Bird, take care, dude. I need to finish the 3-door Suburban, he says. And I like the Dodges better when they have a back on them. I don't know why. 79 Bronca Lonk. I could go stupid and just get a Comanche, bro. Like an easy Jeep truck. Or Cherokee. Cherokee'd work on the SEX6, man. Wouldn't be stupid. Like, this to me just looks like soccer mom business. Like, that'd be funny. The Caprice wagon? That a station wagon, bro? You got a C-Max chassis? Man, I was going to get one of those. And I tell you what, mad scientist, the FMS Jimny 1/6 scale is like $200. And it's, I mean, listen, it's not super nice. But it's good enough. And we've been banging around on them and they're holding up. Leaf sprung chassis for $2. Not awful. Yeah, the banana. That would be cool, bro. See, that's pretty mean. The 70 Blazer. Isn't that what you guys keep making, Kelly? Is it the 70 Blazer you're doing? Yeah, I think it must be. Wouldn't it be stupid if I had my SEX6 and then I put a Jeep on it? It is a Jeep. Wrangler. I'd do a CJ7 all day. Maybe that's the Cherokee to do, bro. 18 van. That'd be good. Me and my box backs, bro. I want to do a regular truck, though, man. Kinda. But I already know with the SEX6, I may be glad to have a box back on it just to hide stuff. Suburban. Dude. Look how monster that bumper is on there. Is that this for the SEX6, dude? See, I should just do a Blazer. Kelly's already done the work on it, bro. The size and everything. That van fits on the K10. my buddy's blazers look killer too. So a big 6 scale one would be pretty killer, bro. Even that color. His scale for the square body stuff. The shorter, the long TF2. I tell you what, his pictures look so good. Like that's the color of blazer I want to make. Dude, Kelly and Kirk's prints of these look amazing too. The floor is nice. Bro. Yeah, I feel like if a lot of times I keep them like scalish to the period they were made in. I think black trim and, embracing the modern stuff with this, kind of like my pack rat would be all right. And I've got the bronze rims already, beadlocks. They look crazy good on something a little bit green. Green. I like the window or the mirror deal as well. Well, we already have these files then. I don't have to worry about it. So what am I going to buy? That's a question. Yeah, Kelly and Kirk have knocked these out of the park. Great files. Comes with good stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got plenty of work to do. Keep me busy. I'm thinking about it. Kelly, I was thinking. Yeah, Fred, I'll send you the picture he sent me. Bro, it's not on the 6, so there's not context, but it is for the 6. Bruh. I'm pumped about this. I mean, I could blow one of these up to put on the 6. I already have it. And it's a panel deal. Because it's a coilover, I wouldn't have to hide very much because of this panel, these panel sides. Not a bad idea either. Oh, man. It's time to go. Chill. Thanks so much for coming by, man. Follow me on Facebook so you see when I post on these crawler groups. Because especially if you guys are doing what I'm, this kind of stuff too. Come on. Kelly, did you see the pop can stuff I was doing to this? What, do this? Well, yeah, because I'll check out your numbers. If you're 146, whatever it was, works. I'd start with that, I think. And plot my points and measure and cross-reference the wheelbase. That would give me a chance to I 100% don't want to cut into the arches on this. Yes, the links can be changed. Yeah, and we've had to do that a lot. I don't want to have to mess with them too much, though. I don't mind changing them a little. I don't want to be sourcing new drive shafts and links. The 6 scale thing is killer, but I haven't. We always take out the 10 scale stuff for the most part. Now these guys got honchos and they've been taking them out a lot. And so I'll bust out my Wrangler. My body is beat at this point. But yeah, we shorten and stretch out links all the time. I did it to fine tune the willies here for sure. You changed the wheelbase 3 times on that thing. So man, I have a TF2 and I've thought about using it, but it's so I don't want to take off all the stuff. Like, I'll show you what I mean. Bro, that travel is dynamite. I'm so in love with that thing right now. This is that longer wheelbase one. And oh, is that you, brother? Killer. I got you right now, Dell. Sweet, man. Appreciate you. So, 2 honchos, 2 Wranglers, and just kept it leaf the whole time. Yeah, why would you with these? But I did the fancy bumpers for this and the rock rails and those, skid plates. And I don't want to take them off. So as long as, do I have this buttoned up? Nope. Oh yeah, and the inner fenders and junk. And man, honestly, I could have kept this one brushed, but these build nice. I enjoyed building it, and I took out all the leaves except for the big ones. And this wouldn't be awful for a. What do you think about those Barodny chassis or square body trucks on one of these? I just didn't want to take off all this crap that I put on, was my thing on this. And I would have to. Dang it. I always forget that. I have not got that. And here's my other litmus test right here. Yeah. So, like, legit, this would have to be even smaller if I wanted to put it on this long wheelbase TF2. But, like, figuring out what this is, though, I could print a square body to fit this. What's the difference on those TF2 wheelbases? Because there's the long TF2 and the short TF2. It's still stiff. It's only run a couple times, if that. It's definitely stiff. It is definitely stiff. Dude. Love that thing, bro. I love that patina on there. I don't know if I want to put shine on it or not. Where's my rule? I thought it was, it's probably what, 12.5? 300 millimeters. Actually, it's more like 310. I bet it's 313 millimeters. I'm afraid to move anything on this. This was my first kit of theirs, and I Loctited the business out of it. Yeah, it's like 12 and 3/16 inches, otherwise known as .308 maybe millimeters wheelbase on the long john arm of the law. The ride height doesn't bother me a lot on this one. There's things I could do to adjust it. I probably won't, though. RC four-wheel drive came out with a new skid plate here for the transfer case. Did you guys see that? Lower profile situation. I bought this just because I wanted the axles and the leaves to see if it would work on my FMS FJ 11.3 and 12.4. Nice. And his square body kits on the 11.3, you're able to leave them around 100%. Bro, fabric interior in there and carpet on this thing, Lexan. What I do a lot of times if I want to loosen up one of my leaf sprung chassis is I let them be the ones that are going to pull trailers. So I'll get a hitch on it and do it. I never lit this one up. I never lit this one up. The cowhide, yeah, dude, come on. So fun. This Lexan body was a B though, dudes. For real. I did this wrong. You go back in first. That's what it's got to be. Yeah, I bought all this stuff, dude. I total sucker on this. I didn't have a printer yet, dude. When I got when I was working on this. Inner fenders, the rock rails. I wasn't going to do all this work to the body and then screw it up. Yeah, let me know. Yeah. Just curious. But, I mean, I would like it if it's set like this. But it's all right. It's all right. And I'm really not I just don't want to go back in on it a ton. But yeah, dude, I did the metal bumpers and junk with this one. Little minor patina work on this one. Patagonia's on it. The tires are definitely too clean. But yeah, I need to let this thing pull around. Dude, that looks so much better, though. If I do anything, though, I have to be able to heat up the screws. Where would you put the shackles on the front? Slide them up to that front hole. It is Lexan, which does make it lighter. Which would be why leaving it alone and throwing a 3D printed something or other on it might not be bad. That's something I should remember. He just told me 12.4. So this is a 12.4 wheelbase. That's not a bad idea. I just don't want to undo all the bits. I don't mind if I'm popping the body off. That's the thing, man. I don't want to do all this work and then the body's just laying around out on a set of wheels. All right, there's 6 of us left. I'm fitting a split. Thanks, guys. I stayed on longer than I meant to. Dude, all these kits and these prints, though, it makes the RTRs look like child's play, so to say. Appreciate it, you guys. Stay tuned. We'll see you. And thanks for supporting the channel by taking that extra time to click those affiliate links in the description, man. It's nice. I appreciate you guys for that. I hate to have to say it, but it helps a lot. Dad, your truck's looking killer, dude. You got the chains on, mirrors on, nice wipers on it. Pretty sweet. I got a handful of things to keep me busy, and I'm like, I still need to bust out the airbrush. So that'll happen. And man, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, I remember being in a rush to get this out the door to go crawl with the guys, and then it didn't work anyway. I had to change the motor. Dude, I got this big stupid bead of hot glue holding this back roof on. And it doesn't matter. I got me a Willys with a driver that turns his head and a steering wheel. And I can pick the son of a gun up by the thing. The magnets do its job. Body posts in the back do the job. And we're linked up. No pop cans were used in the making of this one. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Appreciate you. Dell, I'll check that out. We'll see you. We're out of here in 5. Hanger rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We will see you next time. Bye now. Boom.